So more recently I've been playing Assassin's Creed 3. Yes, the third installment. And there's going to be spoilers here if you haven't played it, but it's quite an old game, so I'm not particularly bothered. There's loads of spoilers out there about it. But you start off playing, and you believe you're an assassin, and you discover you're a Templar. For those who don't play Assassin's Creed, it's quite a big thing if you switch between Assassins and Templars. The Assassins and Templars are actually, like, mortal enemies in the game, so, yeah. Anyway, I digress. And suddenly you're slightly confused, like, did I do good or evil? Because from the beginning of the games, you are led to believe that the Assassins are good, working for the good of the world, and the Templars are evil, working for the evil in the world. When you discover that the character you're playing as, who you believe is an assassin, is actually a Templar, it leads to this, like, confliction. And it displays a very worldly truth that there isn't really good and evil, there's just a perspective on what you're doing or what you believe to be good or to be evil. You play as a character's son and you're brought up in a Native American tribe and eventually become an assassin, and then you've got to kill your own father. Slightly morbid. But skipping past that, it actually displays a very valid and useful point about good and evil being subjective and not written in stone. This is seen in all actions. So on the one hand, we see us going gallivanting off wherever, to get oil or, whatever the government wants in reality, to be a good cause, or the government sees it as a good cause. But to the people we are then going to, they probably see it as us being evil and trapping. It's like, to use a better example, or better and worse the same way, to use a better example, the slave trade. When we went off to Africa and got people and brought them back and said, you'll do my bidding for nothing, that was very wrong of us to do, and we see it now. But at the time, we thought we were doing good and doing a good thing for these people who we believed, and I'm stressing the word believed, were to be, like, less than us. But it's not the case. So Assassin's Creed, hopefully knowingly, but you can never be sure, is actually showing us that good and evil are just subjective and perspectives in the world. So if there's no good and no evil, well, some things must be defined as good and evil. We can all look back and in retrospect say something like Hitler and the Third Reich and all of that was evil. We can just say it was. But at the time, those who were in Germany at the time, those who were Nazis at the time, saw it as being a good cause. They believed it was a good cause. It wasn't actually a good cause, but they believed it was, and that's important, the belief of what we're doing. They can probably look back now and say, well, it wasn't a good idea, and it was a very bad and silly thing to do. And this leads me on to my next example. So if you look at Star Wars, there's a theory going around in Star Wars that the Empire are the good guys and the Rebels are the bad guys. And I sort of support this, because the Empire are trying to unite the galaxy under one flag, one name, one banner, and trying to bring people together, whether the Rebels are fighting against them and trying to pull it apart. So it could be said that the Empire are doing good in Star Wars, yet the Rebels fight against them and doing bad. Food for thought there.